Good morning. It is 3:12, Tuesday, December 26th, 2023, 3:12 in the morning. I am getting ready to leave for a drive of 1,000 miles to Orlando, Florida by myself. Straight through. I am heading down there for my daughter has a basketball tournament, and this is the way I decided to go, by myself. So I'm leaving now. We'll see how everything goes. I'm leaving early to try to avoid traffic around the DC area and that whole stretch. Hopefully I'll get through there before there's any real traffic. And I'm on with me. I'll try to remember to do some recording during the trip, but not too much because I'll be driving. So, but as I make stops, maybe I'll make some recordings, and we'll see how long it takes me. It says it should take me about 14 hours. So my hope is to be down there by around between 6 and 7. But we'll see if things are kind because it is supposed to be raining about midway between, I know at least in South Carolina, probably North Carolina, maybe Georgia. Should be better when I get to Orlando, but let's get going. I am about 8 hours into my trip. I have only made one stop to grab a bite to eat and use the restroom, but it's just around 11, and there is south of the border. I remember taking a trip home from Florida one time. Flew down, met my family, and drove back with them, and we saw billboards for south of the border for probably a couple hundred miles, but not quite as many billboards as there used to be. I've only ever stopped there once. It's not worth the effort. But here's a landmark south of the border. It's like now. When I was there that one, we've only ever stopped one time, and when we did, it was quite the wreck. Not many people there, and things were under construction. But anyway, traveling on. So I started this journey almost 8.5 hours ago, and one of the places I was trying to get was Buc-ee's. Finally, I am here. There's the Buc-ee's. Florence, South Carolina. Looks very busy, which I kind of expected. I've only been here twice before, and both times it was in the morning, so it wasn't as busy, but I see a ton of cars over there. So, but I need gas. I'm gonna get some food, and we'll see what else I get as we go to Buc-ee's. Now, I won't film inside the store because I don't want to be one of those weirdos that films inside the store. So I'm just gonna, I'll show you the gas price, which should be low, and I will show you what I get once I get done in there. Hopefully I can find a parking spot because it looks busy. Buc-ee's. So the Buc-ee's is very busy. They have 100 gas pumps here. Amazingly, that one's empty because as I pulled up, I couldn't find an empty one. Pulled up behind somebody and got lucky that they actually were pulling away as I pulled up behind them. So I got into a tank pretty quick, but that's the store over there. We'll go in there next, grab some snacks and stuff, see what they got, see if they got any cheap Christmas stuff. Go to the bathroom. Gas is $2.76 here, which is kind of nice. It's 50 cents less a gallon than what's back home. Actually, no, I paid like 70 cents less, so that's nice. Anyway. Boy, I tell you what, I've been to this Buc-ee's twice before, and I've never seen it as crazy as it is right now. Of course, both those times was in the morning. Right now, it's lunchtime. But, I mean, every spot is full. There's 100 gas tanks, and they're all gas pumps, and they're all being used, and there's a whole lot of cars to get out of here. I'm hoping I can get out easily, but probably not. Anyway, here's what I got. I got a chopped brisket sandwich. I had their brisket one other time before, and it was delicious, so I got a sandwich. I wanted to get what they call beaver barrels, which is basically tater tots, but they didn't have any when I went in there, and I was trying to get out, so I got their chips. I tried a few. They're pretty good. I got a giant soda. They have a bunch of their own sodas. This is a black cherry, which is very good. I've had that before. And I've heard good things about their banana pudding, so I got one. I was going to get a small, but a large is only $1 more, so I got the banana pudding to try. So that's it. I'm going to get driving here because it's very busy, and I want to get on the road and get going. So traffic in South Carolina has sucked. The directions from Waze keep having me get on and off the highway, and every time I get back on, I run into more traffic. I ignored the first direction it gave me because when I took my trip down in January, it told me to get off the highway and take some way far out that added a couple of hours to my trip, and then I got back on the highway and went back to back on the 95. I took it down to where I was and I had no problems. So I ignored the first direction and got caught in some traffic. So I took an exit, which it told me to do, followed that. Then I saw another exit back onto 95, which it wasn't telling me to get back on. And I was like, well, we should have got around that problem by now, and we did. But then we ran into another problem. It took me off the highway again, took me a different direction. This is the second or third backup I've run into since I got back on the highway. The Waze says this one's a 26-minute delay. So when I set the directions for the hotel, when I left Buc-ee's, it said it would be like 8 o'clock before I got down there, which I thought was crazy. I thought I'd be down there by like 6:30, but with these problems on the road here, I'm gonna be lucky to get there by 8. Right now, Waze's update says 8:21, so it might be 9 o'clock before I get down there at this rate. But this is terrible. I mean, this is all South Carolina. North Carolina was slow at points, but it was moving, and South Carolina has just been this. I've never seen this before on 95. I guess the rain's not helping, but this is what I'm stuck in. So, anyway, that's the update for now. I'm hoping to God I get out of South Carolina soon. I've got about 45 miles to go on this highway, I guess, but it's going to have me getting off in 23 miles. So if this isn't bad enough to just keep me off of it, I don't know what the heck's up ahead. So I just got into Georgia. It's a little past 4:30. It took me over 4 hours to travel 170 miles. That traffic is going into South Carolina. It must be something about South Carolina, because the traffic was absolutely horrendous there. Constant stop and go, constant problems. I don't know what that highway. Oh my God, absolutely horrendous. But now you can see the traffic in Georgia is moving. So hopefully I got a quick, easy way. I've still got about 4.5 hours to go, and hopefully I'll get there lickety split. Hope I don't get a traffic ticket because I'm going to be moving. All right, can't see it on the side of the building, but you can see over there. I am at my second Buc-ee's of the day. This is the one in Daytona Beach. Stopped, I did need gas, and I grabbed some more food. I'm going to try their chicken sandwich, and I got a chocolate pudding and root beer. So the ride from South Carolina to here has been pretty uneventful. I still have an hour and 15 minutes or so to go. It's 10 after 8, so I'm going to get going because it's going to be 9:30 before I get there at this point. So I finally made it to my hotel. I'm staying at Holiday Inn Lake Buena Vista. I got here about maybe 20 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago, I don't know, something like that. Anyway, I'm here. Apparently the room I got was a handicap room. It's very spacious. I didn't realize that. It is what it is. Not worried about it. But I'm here. Today was one hell of a day. 18 hours to get here. Should have taken about 15. The situation in South Carolina was horrendous. Just bad. I mean, I don't know if it was the weather or just the roads or the volume of traffic or incidents or what, but it was a nightmare for about 90 miles. On and off traffic, stopping, starting, Waze taking me on and off the highway. Then when you got off the highway, went for a while, and you tried to get back on, it was backed up traffic again. It was just horrible. Every other state was okay, except North Carolina. I was going through North Carolina, and there's a lot of construction along 95 there. And, so traffic's moving slower through that area, but it's moving. And I'm thinking, oh, this is terrible. At least when I get through here, it'll be okay. And then South Carolina was just awful. It really cost me about 3 hours, I think, today. So, anyway, I did stop at Buc-ee's again, as I saw in the other video. Food I got today, I got the brisket sandwich at the First Buc-ee's, which I highly recommend their brisket. I think it's really good. I've never been a huge brisket fan, but I really like the way they do it. I also got their chicken sandwich today for dinner, which was okay. Not great, not bad. I got their beaver chips, which were okay. I thought they had tater tots, but I didn't see any in either of the two that I stopped at today. So maybe they've taken it off the menu. For some reason, I seem to remember getting tater tots there before. I got the banana pudding. That was very good. I actually did really like that a lot. And I also picked up a chocolate pudding, which I'm snacking on now. Didn't want to eat it in the car because I was trying to drive in the dark. But yeah, all good. And I also got a root beer this evening, and they have a good root beer. Of course, to top it all off, as I was getting close to my exit to come to the hotel, there was an accident on I-4, and then traffic was backed up to the exit. So just icing on the top of today's cake. So I think going home on Friday, I won't be leaving till around lunchtime-ish, probably closer to 1. I'll have to see what the ETA to get home is and how I'm feeling when I'm driving. I have a feeling I may be stopping overnight, although I really want to try to avoid that. So we'll see. But I may have no choice if it's another day like today, I'm stopping. I'm not doing 18 hours straight again, 15 hours. At least I was prepared to do 15 hours. That was in my head, that I would be around here by 7 o'clock at the latest, and that did not work out today. So I'm not, in my head, if I can do 14, 15 hours again Friday, I'll do that. Maybe I'm feeling up to it. If it's another 18-hour looking type day, no, I'm not driving from like 1 o'clock Friday afternoon until 7 a.m. Saturday morning. Just not doing it. I will stop somewhere, but I'm hoping to avoid that. So anyway, that was the trip today. Tomorrow we got the girls' first basketball game, 11:30. I will be live streaming that on Facebook, on my Facebook page, and then I have some time over at the Disney parks tomorrow afternoon and evening. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Hope you liked it, and we'll see what happens tomorrow.